It's Saturday morning. It's the 20th of June. Welcome to your Saturday morning workout. The best thing about Saturday mornings is that you've got a lot of time, hopefully, to do a lot of work. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of work. The work stays the same for each four sets, but we are decreasing the total amount of reps. Okay. Remember, normally when we see a decreasing rep range, is to try and maintain consistency of mechanics and to try and maintain a high level of work or high level of intensity. So we've got 150 toe taps. If you're not doing toe taps, you can do single unders or you can do jumping over a line. We've got a 60-meter handstand walk. Okay, so you're going to find a 10-meter distance handstand walk for 10 times. Okay, or 6 times 10 meters. If you're not doing handstand walks, we're either going to do wall walks or we're going to do bear crawls. And we've got step-ups on a box, step up onto a chair or a step or something else. Okay, if you're not doing step-ups, you can do lunges. If you're not doing lunges, you can do air squats. Then the second one, we reduce it. We've got 100 toe taps or single unders, 40-meter handstand walk, 40 step-ups, 50 toe taps or single unders or line jumps, 20-meter handstand walk, 30 step-ups, 25 single unders, 10-meter, 25 step-ups. That's going to be the workout. And your goal is to try and go through that work as fast as possible, maintaining good technique the whole way through. Okay, let's go through the movements. Let's see what we've got. So for toe taps first, if you're going to do toe taps, it's fine either working on some kind of an object. You're going to touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do that, but sometimes a little bit more of like a cumbersome movement. So if anything, I prefer to, if you've got a skipping rope, do skipping rope. What we're focusing on is keeping the glutes nice and tight, keeping the rib cage nice and tight, keeping the elbows tucked in, keeping the chest up, and then skipping. 1, 2, okay, and you're doing 150 single unders. If you haven't got a skipping rope, you can do exactly the same thing. Chest up, rib cage engaged, glutes nice and tight, jumping over a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only thing I just don't want you to see collapsing. Okay, the whole point of skipping and doing some kind of a line jump is to strengthen this midline and keep that body as tight as possible as you go backs and forwards. Okay, that's going to be your toe taps. Next one, we do a handstand walk. So if you can do, first option, let's do a bear crawl. So for a bear crawl, what we're going to do is we're going to work to the side. We're going to roll through the shoulders. By this time, your shoulders will be nice and warm. So you're going to do a 10-meter bear crawl in one direction. You can turn around, and we're going to do a 10-meter bear crawl coming back. If you've got handstand walks, you're going to go for handstand walks. You're going to kick up, handstand walk, 10-meter handstand walk, 10-meter coming back down. If you haven't quite got handstand walks, but you want to work on your handstand walks, then we do kick-ups, and you do 10 meters of kick-ups in that direction, turn around, 10 meters of kick-ups. And what that will look like is that you may not be able to actually walk on your hands, but you're going to practice getting up there. So from there, kick up, hop, and you're going to hold. 1, and kick up, hold. 2, kick up, hold. 3, and you're going to go all the way across for that full set of 10 meters. If you can walk a little bit, do a little bit of a walk, fall back down. Kick up, step up, walk a little bit, kick back down, and you're doing all the way across, all the way back, and you have to do that for 60 meters. Okay, so it's all the way 10 meters, 6 times. If you're not doing handstand walks, then we're going to do a wall walk up the floor, or up the wall, so it's going to look like this. And we're going to do press back, press up, push back to the shoulders, and you're going to walk up, walk back, and you're going to walk up as far as you're comfortable. If you can go all the way up, and then walk back down. 1, and press back up. And scaling, I think we're going to do 10 handstand walks. So same as you're doing a 10 meters, instead of doing 10 meters handstand walk, you do 10 reps. 10 reps, 8 reps, 6 reps, 4 reps. On your walks, if you can do wall walks. Easier options may be to do the bear crawls. Okay, it just depends on what your shoulders are doing. If you can't do handstands or shoulder walks or bear walks, change it for sit-ups, and you're doing 60 sit-ups, 40 sit-ups, 20 sit-ups, 10 sit-ups as an option. Okay, next one, we're doing step-ups. So if you've got a box or a chair to step up on, you're going to step up onto a box. And from here, something nice and tight, so you can engage in the midline. You're going to press the hip. Make sure when you press, you're pressing that heel through the box and you're engaging through the hips. So I don't want to see this knee coming forward and then engaging too much into the quadricep. Hip comes slightly backwards, push the heel, press up, up, press up, step back down, other side, hop, press up, step back down, hips, press up, press back down, and there's going to be your step ups. So if you've got a box, use a box. If you've got a slightly lower chair that can take your weight, use a chair. If you've got to use a step, use a step. If you haven't got something you can step up and down off of, you can do a lunge. So from there, press back, press up to the hip, 1, step back, press up to the hip, 2, press up, 3. If you're good with lunges, then great. If your knees don't like the lunges, then into air squats, feet shoulder apart. 1, 2 for your air squats instead of your step ups. Okay, so those are your options. So toe taps, we've got skips or jumping over a line, handstand walks, we've got bear crawls, handstand kick ups, back down for 10 meters there and back. If you can do a full handstand walk, walk for the full handstand all the way across. Or we've got a wall walk, you're doing 10 reps, 8 reps, 6 reps, 4 reps. For the step ups, if you've got a step up, stepping up and down off the box, alternating legs. If you haven't got step up, you can do lunges. Okay, alternating lunges for 50 reps in total, so it's 25 each side. If you haven't got lunges, either because of knees or anything else, then you're doing air squats. Okay guys, work your way through the ladder, descending reps, try to keep your intensity up. That is the workout for this morning. Stick with me and we'll go through the warm-up. Okay guys, so your warm-up this morning, we had a long warm-up. Okay, so the easiest way is going to be either to keep this on your phone or to print it out beforehand or write it down on a piece of paper so you can keep on referring back to it, okay? So first thing, good warm-up this morning is going to be for a skip. Either skip for 5 minutes, get the shoulders nice and warm, jump back and forwards over a line so you're jumping warm, run for 5 minutes if you have to, if you can row, okay? First one, we're doing 30 single unders. So on your skipping rope, stomach nice and tight, squeeze the glutes, connect the rib cage, 30 single unders. If you're not doing single unders, over line jumps, backs and forwards, keep that midline nice and tight, 30 single unders. From that, we're going to straight into a plank shoulder taps, okay? So we're going to hold from there, shoulders back, keep this nice and tight, keep the shoulders over the top of the wrists, tuck the lower tummy in, keep it tight, keep the body nice and still, feet a little bit wider, and we're trying to keep that body from rolling from side to side. Tap, 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 tap on the side. And we're doing, let's make it 20 each side. It'll be nice and spicy, okay? That's going to get the shoulders nice and warm. From that one, we're going back into single unders, but can we going sideways or line jumps sideways. So from there, instead of going backs and forwards this way, we're going to go sideways. Sideways. If you've got a skipping rope, sideways for another 30 jumps. Then we do 3 wall climbs. So we're going to lie on the floor, chest to floor, push back through the shoulders, push back into that overhead position, slowly walk your feet up the wall as far as you're comfortable. Start with a lower progression first, slowly walk your feet back down the wall, chest to floor, okay? So from there, side, stomach tight, press up, push back. That's the first progression. You may only want to walk as far as that. Walk your feet up the wall, hold, walk back down, chest to floor. If you can go back further, then push through the arms a bit, go back as far as you're comfortable, hold, 3, 2, 1, walk back down, back to chest to floor. That's 1, press back up. Walk your feet as far up the wall as you can, 2 and 3. That's going to be your wall climbs. Next time we're going back into single unders again. This time, we're going to go backwards and forwards on your skipping rope. So if you're on your skipping rope, skipping, 1, 2, 3, 4, skipping. If you're using a line, use the line, 30 reps, backs and forwards. Then we do 1 handstand kick up with a 20-second hold. So if you can do a handstand kick up, we're going to kick up on the wall. 3, 2, 1. Hop, kick up, press through the arms, press the shoulders, squeeze the glutes, connect the rib cage. You get holding for a good 20, 30 seconds. If you can't do a handstand kick up, you're going to do either a push back through the shoulders or a wall climb again. When you get to the top of your wall climb, you're going to hold it for 20 seconds. If you're doing a push back, press back, push with the arms, hold, and you're holding a push back for 20 seconds. Just in that position. Tummy pulled in, lock it through the arms, holding, 20 seconds. Okay, that's your first progression. Second progression is to take your feet up on the wall, but more of a pike position, 40, 30-second wall hold. Next one we are doing single unders again. So from here, this time we're doing backwards, okay, backs and forwards in the single unders, backs and forwards in the line jumps. Then we're going to a handstand kick up or a cherry picker, okay? So a handstand kick up is just going to be kick up, almost like a scissor kick in the air, drop back down. So from there, half a scissor kick, just hop, 1, 2, 1, change legs in the air, 2, change legs, 3. So it's just a change, and we're doing 10 of those. If you can't do the handstand kick up, if you're not comfortable, you can do a cherry picker. So you're going to pick something off the floor, you go, oh, look at that. You're going to pick it up, pick it up, 1. Oh, look at that. Pick it up, 2. So you're working through the hamstrings, glutes. Focus on keeping the hips nice and square, so I don't want to see you wobbling from side to side. Hips and straight to a nice straight line. Touch, back, stand. If you want to alternate left and right, you can. Otherwise, do 10 on the right and then do 10 on the left. Okay? That's going to be that. Then we do some single leg jumps. If you can, you do a single leg skip across the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 in that direction. Right leg coming back. If you can't do single leg skips, then you're just going backwards and forwards over a line. Backwards and forwards on the side. Okay? Then last one, we're doing a free standing kick up. So you're going to try and kick up. You're going to try and maintain that overhead position as much as possible. And you're going to hold it there. So from there, arms locked out, kick up, hop, hold, and back down. You're going to try and do it for about a minute. Try and get that overhead position. Hop, doop, and back down. 2, same spot. Keep it tight. Press back up. Hop, press. And you're going to keep on working for a minute. Even if you can't hold it, kick it up, roll back down. Kick it up, roll back down. Work for a minute. Arms locked out. Shoulders getting nice and warm. If you can't do a freestanding, you're going to kick up onto the wall. And you're going to try and find that balance in that overhead position. From there, up into the wall. Kick up. Hold. Lock out. Hold that position. And press. Hold. And you're just going to hold all the way through. Okay, guys. That is your first part of the warm-up. Take your time with each of those. Refer back to your notes. Refer back to your phone. Work your way slowly through each of those. Make sure your shoulders are good for that overhead position. And that's your warm-up. Okay, guys, so project inversion number 9 today. All right, so what we do, we've got today's focus is of walking on hands. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep that overhead position, keep a nice strong midline, keep the feet up in the air, and we're going to do first of all, we're going to do a walk into the wall. Okay, so if we can do a walk into the wall, we're going to do that. So it's going to be a handstand, kick up, and then slowly walk your feet into the wall. If you can't do that, we're going to do a wall climb. You're going to try and hold your feet at the top of the movement. So first one, walk into the wall. So you need to find a place or a space where you can do this. Okay, make sure you're comfortable being upside down, so we're not going to walk your hands. Start with a closer position first. You're going to kick up, and then slowly walk your hands into the wall. Kick, hold, slowly kick back down, and then start slightly further away. Kick up, arms, kick up, hold, press up, and slowly back down. If you haven't got such a narrow part of the wall, sometimes a little bit easier. Make sure you're not going to fall over into the wall. Start a little bit further away. Kick up. Walk your feet into the wall. Arms locked out. Hold, press. And the trick is to slowly get further and further away from the wall. Try and increase your distance. If you can't manage a long walk into the wall, start slightly shorter and just do that little incremental time into the wall. If you're going to do a kick away from the wall, then what we're going to do is we're going to do a wall walk, and we're going to try and walk our body away from the wall this way. So a nice way is to press up. You're going to press up, you're going to hold. Now you can try and find your handstand balance position. Hold, and then you can slowly walk your feet away. Kick back up, and then back down. And then walk a bit closer. So in this position, you can actually go all the way up, hold, find your position, and then you can walk away from the wall. A little bit more difficult, find a session that's going to work for you, or progression that's going to work for you. Do a pike, find your handstand balance, focus on finding something that's upside down. The big focus today is to go and get those arms moving as part of your handstands, okay? And then also to get that time upside down. So if you're not comfortable being upside down, use a low enough progression where your head is down and your hips are up to get the time with your head down underneath you. And guys, that's the workout. So a lot of that wall walk, a lot of this work in the shoulders here in the warm-up, and a lot of your handstand shoulder prep work will be going on in this project version number 9 today. And that should prepare you for what you can do in the workout here. Check your reps, see how many reps you're going to do. Check your movements. Are you doing single unders? Are you doing line jumps? Are you doing handstand walks? Are you doing bear crawls? Are you doing step-ups? Are you doing lunges? Are you doing air squats? Decide on your reps. If you want to decrease these reps slightly for each round, decide what level. You may do half of that the whole way through, or you may keep that same intensity the whole way through. Set the clock, do the workout, take your time, enjoy it. Saturday, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, enjoy your Sunday. See you back on Monday.